All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the premiere stream for uh, new category Who Dis, where we explore the world of category extensions in Breath of the Wild speedrunning. Um, I'm Tao. I'm going to be one of the runners today. Joining me on comms is Jason and Coensi. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Also doing well. Really excited for this.
Yeah, so the idea of the show is that when we watch kind of speedrun races, we usually get either established categories, so like we just finished the any% tournament, and that's something where kind of the routing is done by a lot of members of the community and it sort of converges on sort of an optimal set of strats. Or we watch bingo and randomizers, where kind of the trick is to route on the fly and to kind of test your game knowledge. Um, so with category extensions, especially new category extensions, kind of some of the challenge is in taking an idea, having maybe like a few days and up to a week to try to find a route, and then see how we do against each other. So today we're going to be running Hestu%. Um, and so the idea is we're going to kind of meet Hestu in the overworld, outside the Lost Woods, and basically follow Hestu through his journey and finding his way home. So that involves rescuing his maracas, and getting 7 inventory slot upgrades from Hestu, which will move him from his original location outside Kakariko to one of the stables to finally to Korok Forest. And so the run was my idea. Um, but I gave the idea to Coensi a few days ago. So Coensi's had a few days to route this on his own. We haven't shared any ideas whatsoever. So what'll be interesting is that you're going to see possibly 2 very different routes to this. And yeah, so Coensi, what was it like? What was it like routing this run from the beginning?
Um, I think it was really interesting. I already, when I started routing, had a very specific idea of what exactly I wanted to do with the route.
Mm-hmm.
But figuring out how to move between Koroks, and especially, I think I had everything except one Korok, and it was very, very difficult to find one Korok, like the optimal Korok that also fit onto that route. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's what we're going for. Interesting routing decisions. So yeah, I think we'll get into sort of the decisions we made as we run through this. So I guess Jason, when you're ready, let's set up the race and start a countdown.
Okay, are you ready? Sitting on new game, so it looks like you're ready.
I'm ready, Quincy.
Yes.
Alrighty, we'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck, Quincy. All right, Quincy. So first question: did you decide to do new plateau or old plateau?
I am basically doing New Plateau.
Any modifications to new plateau?
Uh, very little,
Mm.
actually. I think, I think, like, I guess if you take only Plateau, it's only one Korok compared to the 80% Plateau at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am also going to be doing New Plateau. I played around with the idea of doing Old Plateau for a while. And I had this like 5-head idea of
Open your eyes.
actually taking advantage of forest angle mag BTB to grab the Koroks that are in the forest. But I figured New Plateau is probably more consistent. I haven't done like bombs BTB in like 3 months.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
As we get into this, I think one thing I'm interested in, I can't really see Coensi's screen from my setup, but I'm interested in how Coensi routed food, because we're not getting any shrines.
Well,
And we're going to be doing a lot of wind bombs, most likely.
amazingly, you are doing absolutely the same thing right now.
Amazing. Are you saying Coensi is not activating time of day?
Oh, I was just making a joke that you were both getting the Sheikah slate in and doing the things that you do at the beginning. But it is very possible you're doing the exact same thing right now.
Yeah, so food is going to be a big problem here. I've had practice runs that ended up with no food left.
My run, or my route actually used to be food perfect until a few hours ago. Like if I feel the wind bomb, I will have to reload because I don't have food for another one.
Link.
All right. We are technically getting 4 shrines,
Sheikah slate.
because every run gets those same 4 shrines. Oh, great. I'm messing up this first bliss.
So yes, both Tao and Coensi are going to at least do plat in a similar way. They're both starting out with the bombs first.
Coensi, have you been able to get like the Koroks manip for bombs clipped working?
The shield jump?
Yeah, just a shield jump.
Yes. I've only seen people do it, and I thought it was just a faster way to clear the like first 10 bombs animation. But I also noticed that the clip was a lot easier with that.
All right, I feel like I'm the only runner who has not noticed that. Like, I don't have any easier time clipping into a bomb shrine doing that manip. So I just always clear skew and reset it.
I'm not sure how much you want to hear about what everyone's doing, since you're both here in the VC. But Coensi has finished bombs.
Yeah, I think it's fine. This is, again, kind of a showcase of a new category idea rather than kind of a competitive race. So, Jason, feel free to give updates. But responding to something I saw in chat a lot earlier, yeah. So the 7 inventory upgrades require minimum 12 Koroks. I think we get 2 weapon, 2 bow, 3 shield, and that's like the fastest way to get to 7 upgrades. And so part of the challenge is which 12 Koroks do you get? Now the Koroks that are in consideration, because obviously of the 900 that are out there, you know, we're not going to Hebra for any Koroks, obviously.
But that would be fun.
That would be fun. But the Koroks in consideration would be the ones on Plateau. And the ones on ones near Kakariko, I think. Since you have to get to Kakariko anyway.
Actually, I'm just thinking about this in terms of like a bingo goal. You could make this route a little more. You could make this category a little more spicy by requiring that those 12 Koroks each come from a different map region.
Mm-hmm.
In bingo, we have collect a Korok from X number of regions.
I can also see like a 2v2 race where each player on a team is required to get a different set of 12. You can't repeat any. That'll open up the routing a little bit more.
I think one of the appealing aspects of doing bingo or doing some of the longer categories is you get to see more of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think my philosophy when like thinking of new categories to run and designing new categories is you know, what parts of the game are missed by like the main board categories and other category extensions. Obviously this content is in Hundo because a lot of content is in Hundo. But it's something that, you know, if you're not a Hundo runner, you would never see in a speedrun context.
Yeah, Quincy and I were talking about this the other day when I was doing a Second Wind stream, and he saw me lighting all of the lanterns, the stone lanterns for the Blue Flame and Hateno.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, no, I'm sorry, he didn't see me light them. He saw them as I was coming into Hateno at night, and he commented on how pretty they looked. And he lamented that it's not something that you do in Hundo.
Mm-hmm.
And then we discussed, you know, various aspects of casual versus speedrunning, and so I think creating these extension categories to do those things that you don't normally do in a speedrun, but to try to turn them into something that's fun, is very worthwhile and allows us to see other parts of the game that we don't normally see in a speedrun. So maybe we could do a race for, you know, light the stone lanterns in Hateno, or in this case, be naked with Hestu. Although it still frustrates me that there are characters in this game that will pitch a fit when you don't have a shirt on.
Yes, it's very frustrating. I think I routed something, or like, I wanted to see what the time save of getting an early baked apple in percent is, and then I went up to the lady in Rito Village, and because it's still early game, at that point we don't have any up. So those 8 seconds of time save are just negated in no DLC hundo, because she doesn't want to talk to you, except if you have clothes on.
Exactly. I mean, I think it's interesting that some characters will comment on the fact, like whenever you go to a stable to take your horse to register or something, the guy there will comment on. I'm not sure exactly what he says in English, but he comments on how lively you look. But he'll still interact with you. Tao has borrowed a page from the Hundo book, or the new Hundo book, and gotten the Korok on top of the old man's hut. Vlad, thank you for the resub. 3 months, same as me.
We'll mention this.
And
We'll talk about more later. But Vlad is actually doing.
oh yeah,
doing this run later. We've got 2 races set up today. Coensi and I are the first, and then Vlad and 2 Good Mules are coming up. Technically, Vlad, don't steal any of our ideas.
oh Vlad just changed his color.
Failed a tree wind bomb, which has been sort of the bane of New Plateau for me.
I thought for a second there Quincy was going to go all Skyward Sword on us and walk along the rolling ball.
Ooh, boy. Oh, boy.
Into the void.
Into the void.
Welcome, KB. It does seem like it's going to be fun, but I'm going to reserve my judgment until they're off of the plateau, which we've all seen 1,000 times. First game over goes to Tao.
Oh no. So Stasis Wind Bomb was working out for me pretty well in practice, but both the Stasis Wind Bombs, this Tree Wind Bomb and the Enshrine Wind Bomb, I was getting pretty consistently and decided to build into my strats for this run. But I have failed the Tree Wind Bomb twice now and the Shrine Wind Bomb. And the Shrine autosave didn't put me... I didn't get a autosave in the Shrine, so now I'm back down to the tree.
Storeride Boss, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the good luck. Yes, I'm sure that Quincy is still experiencing PTSD from an autosave tragedy that recently occurred.
Yes, I'm still... Since then, I'm just only reloading saves after looking at them for a second or something.
I guess the good news is I kept my skew through all of that.
Oh wow. Very nice.
So I didn't have to reset skew on the Stasis Shrine. Vlad is running this category in about 5 hours. He's asking how many Koroks 7 upgrades. So once again, it's 12.
Minimum possible is 12, yeah.
Yeah, minimum possible is 12.
You can take other options that will require more Koroks. So to get the 12 Koroks, you're going to do what? Two weapons and a bow and a shield?
2 weapons, 2 bows, 3 shield. So all 3 categories of slot upgrades. The first two require 1 Korok and then 2 Koroks. And then the third upgrade of Shield only costs 3 Koroks, whereas kind of the other 2 cost 4. So
Thanks, Saltexo, for stopping by. Feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you here.
I just barely got onto that boulder.
Vlad mentioning that he was going to do this without pre-routing ahead of time. I think for a new category Who Dis, we're going to have some interesting categories where the runners will not know exactly what's going to be the category before they run it. They'll have a small idea, but we have some ideas for categories that will be run basically on the fly.
Well, that's not good.
Uh-oh. Now, I know from seeing Tay having thrown his weapon many times that it is possible to do this without it, so...
So my spear was damaged. I was a little late on the fall damage cancel, so I threw the spear broke. So what this is going to mean is there is a spear in cryo. The chest in this shrine is a spear. So that's going to be my backup so that I can do the fall damage cancel on Temple of Time. But it looks like Coensi's already done with Plateau, and I'm playing catch up. So maybe you can
speaking of
ask him
Temple
about
of Time,
so
Coensi...
So maybe Coensi can talk a little bit about his Korok routing.
Yeah, so my Korok routing is very simple. Just only get the necessary and really nice ones on Plateau, and then just head straight to Kakariko and get basically like everything there.
So Kamali and... Sorry.
No problem.
So Kamali mentioned in chat doing the 10 Koroks route, and I don't know that particular route, but the other challenge for this is since Hestu is in a particular location that the runners have to go to, is the 10 Korok route designed to go that direction? And I don't think that it is.
Kamali can correct me if I'm wrong, but like a lot of the 10 Korok route is done pre-glider.
Yeah, I could see that, yeah.
And since you have to get glider because you have to get to the Lost Woods, it's often faster, I found, to get a lot of Koroks post-glider because then you have wind bombs to travel.
Coensi is showing us an excellent BLS from Temple of Time, heading over to Kakariko. I guess this is also an Impa-free category.
Yes. No need to talk to Impa or Paya.
Oh, he's not even going to Kakariko. He is going straight for the enemy camp. It looks like he's going to bomb them into oblivion. Oh, no, he's going to... Holy wow. That's amazing.
I've gotten that like more than on the entire rest of the route. I've worked on that so much.
The triple sneak strike. Wow. Now this is interesting. This is a Korok I did not think that you would go for. So it's I'm kind of wondering where you're going to go from here.
That's a page out of the Hundo textbook.
Yeah, that's just what we do in Hundo, and it's if you can do the wind bomb, it's very fast because you have to do the wind bomb anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I see you wind bomb back. All right. Tao is finished with the plateau, got the paraglider, and is now wind bombing.
Trying to win bomb.
All right, so the secret here is in order to get Hestu to go away from this location, you have to get 2 upgrades. If you just do 1, he'll just stay there. Now, even though the side quest has completed, he will not leave from here until you've done 2 upgrades. Now, the common wisdom in like a Hundo run is to talk to Hestu again, I think at Wetland Stable, to get some more upgrades. But you don't have to talk to him ever again. You can technically go straight to the Korok Forest, and he will be there, as long as you've sent him on his way. But Tao has designed this category so that you must talk to him at least one of the other locations, and to get the other 5 upgrades outside of the forest.
Yeah, and that's meant to just make sure that the routing is interesting. Because if you otherwise you would just go straight to Kakariko, you go straight to, or not Kakariko, but like the enemy camp outside Kakariko. And then you go straight to Lost Woods. So here, the requirement is to get 7 upgrades from Hestu in the overworld, outside of Korok Forest.
All right, that's 5 seeds for Tao, and 5 for Coensi, if I've done my math correct.
Yeah, feels like I chose to get a bunch more on Plateau that Coensi didn't. Basically, I guess Coensi did Coensi, what weapon did you use for a triple sneak strike?
Stasis hammer.
Oh, you got the stasis hammer. Okay.
Thanks for the good luck, Lit.
Okay.
All right, so far, Coensi has gotten the 2 lift the rock Koroks on top of the 2 mountainish things, and then the apple tree and the gate. The gate as you come in, you shoot the arrow, and now the other gate, and the lift the rock next to it. So making some good progress right here in Kakariko, getting all of these Koroks that are grouped together. And Tao is also just now entering Kakariko. Had me scared there for a second that he was going to go over and get trapped by Paya, but no, he diverted.
Now I'm getting the diving Korok here. It gives me a good angle to get to the enemy camp.
Coensi setting up for another BLS.
So getting Stasis Hammer probably sounds pretty fast. I was pretty proud of the strat that I came up with for defeating the enemy camp, and hopefully that goes smoothly coming up here.
All right, looks like Tao is going for the strategy of freezing them and sending them off the cliff to their death.
Oh wait, I was supposed to get the lights. Okay. I messed up my route. I'll have to get a backup somewhere.
All right, so Coensi has arrived at Wetland and is talking to Hestu again for the second time, doing some more upgrades. We have lots of Hestu on the screen right now.
One challenge for this run is finding possibly like a new way to get into Korok Forest, because there aren't a lot of current speed runs that go to Korok Forest from kind of one of these stables. So
Well,
Coensi, did
Coensi's
you? Yeah, Coensi, how did you find that? How did you find that bliss spot?
Jumped against a bunch of things that looked like I could miss from it, and it worked. There wasn't a whole lot of science behind it. I just kind of like tried jumping against everything that could technically give me one, and this one worked very well.
I know that BLS is controversial in some circles, particularly in the bingo circle, but I am remembering the chain of wind bombs and BTBs that one used to have to do to get from basically Kaiowan over towards to the part of the map towards the woodland area. And then I guess, Coensi, are you going to BTB into Korok Forest? Is that what you're going to do here?
No, I'm gonna do the handle strut because I don't do anything else.
Yeah, 2 wind bombs and a BTB. And, you know, having watched people like Cobb do those particular ones, it's that Moblin BTB was just a pain. It caused so much frustration. So at least in this way, BLS seems much better.
Okay, I think I'm done.
GG's.
You need the next
you.
the next one. The next
Okay.
one. There
No,
we
I
go.
g-
GG.
I
Thank you.
added sort of a silly requirement for this category, which is to play in English, specifically because of the Neki Naki Neki line, and to end the run on that timing.
It is actually there in the Japanese.
Oh, is
The
it?
Japanese version of it, yes.
That's interesting. I did not know Hestu spawned there. Actually.
Yeah, so there are 3 stables where Hestu spawns.
It was one
And
of yeah, it was originally one of my suggestions to Tao to require that you have to visit all 3 of those places. So we have Wetland, Riverside, and Woodland are the 3 places that he will show up.
I feel like that would be a cool idea for another category, because you can't really just bliss all the way. So you would have to find Windom setups and BTB setups plus bliss. So it would be a kind of good, like, middle thing. So I like that idea.
I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be 3 different bliss setups, right?
Yeah, in the end, I'm just gonna see that there's a like small spot where you can bliss through, and it's still gonna be bliss all.
Yeah, so one of those stables is outside Wagokata, one is outside Kayawan, and the one I'm at right here is outside Miro Shah's. The Lost Woods is a bit on a higher elevation, so I'm gonna have to wind bomb in the rest of the way. No bliss possible here. Yeah, if
Miro
nothing goes
Shah's.
wrong here, I'm gonna end up with, like, no food in the end. Time for me.
GG.
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 Yeah, that was Hestu percent. Nice short little category extension to get the show kicked off.
Yeah.
I think, well, okay, Coensi sent me his route. I didn't look at it till now, and we're gonna overlay our 2 routes together on the object map and just take a look at the decisions we made. All right, so Jason, are we on 1 player?
Uh-huh.
I guess I'll leave Hestu dancing in the background here. Okay, Coensi, talk us through your route. So my route is all in green, and then Coensi's route is in blue, and then I guess post plateau is purple.
Exactly. So basically what I did is I did not want to spend too much time on plateau. So I just did like doing the any percent route plus that 1 Korok because it's really convenient was pretty clear for me in the beginning, because without glider you just don't want to do plateau and any Korok collection. And then after that, I really didn't want to move away from Temple of Time because it gives you a great elevation to just make it over Dueling Peaks and get inside, or like get to the Bokos in 1 bliss. So basically, I just got the Drownfall right there. I Drownfalled that Korok because I was missing one, and that one was convenient.
Oh, you actually
then I got-
drownfalled this
Yeah.
diving one?
And
That's
trampled
cool.
the diamond one. Then I got the one on Temple of Time on top and just blitzed all the way to the Boku camp. At that point, I think I had 3, and I killed the Bokus with that sneak strike setup.
So you have enough height to get over these hills here?
Yes, you have barely enough. Like, I think there's a tree on there. There's a Korok in one of those trees that I used to get, but I found out it was really bad to cancel a full speed BLSS and then having to do a super. So I cut it out, and you weren't able to make it over that tree. So it's
Yeah,
very, very tight.
I think the straight line makes it seem like he goes over that Boko camp that's there, but actually he was more north of that, went around where that Korok is just north, went around that way. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
more like this.
Yeah, pretty much right there.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So you come here, sneak strike the moblins, get the maracas, and then you do this lights one, which I was planning to do, but I accidentally skipped it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Then
yeah, that one is just fast because you have to do the wind bomb back to Hestu anyway,
right,
and it's just a very short glide. Plus, what's also really, really important for this category is it doesn't require food. For most other Koroks, you would have to do an extra wind bomb. This one is just a 5-second
right.
glide.
Oh, and I see. So after Hestu, you're going above Kakariko into the hills.
Yes, that's basically where most of the Koroks I wanted was. And also the apples from the apple tree Korok are really important in my route.
Yeah, so you
So it
go
follows up.
from Hestu. Is this 2 wind bombs up?
It's 3 actually.
Yeah, 3 wind bombs, but then you get lift rock, and then down to matching trees.
Yeah.
But you get all the apples from these trees.
Yeah, I get all the ones that fall down from the one I cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think, like, I just don't need the other food. I think I can allow myself 2 wind bump mess ups. And that's enough for a run that's as short as this.
And then it looks like you go into Kakariko. There's another lift rock, shoot the crest,
Yeah. Just
and then
get all.
you shoot the crest, lift the rock on the other side of Kakariko.
Yeah, actually, for this one, it's really important to get the rock first because in my route, you basically only have 1 arrow left. Or, like, you have 2 left, but you need 1 to wind bomb. So you need to hit it first, try or reload. So you need to get the Korok first, so that you have an autosave or save.
All right, and that's your 12?
Yeah, I think, no, that's 11, and then I get the one in Kaya-1 Forest, because I go to
Oh, okay.
Kaya-1 stable.
So you wind bomb up here to this hill has a tree stump on it. Also, like I think like a silent shroom if you need like 1 half heart of healing more.
Yeah, silent rooms are RNG, but if they spawn, it's pretty convenient.
But then you BLSS into Kaya-1 Forest, get the Korok here, talk to Hestu, and then take this. Monkasteer route into Korok Forest.
It's very Monkasteer. And then just,
Yeah,
I think it's 2 wind bombs in the midair, and I get to the spot right next to the tower, and from there it's just an ordinal.
Yeah, you can't see it from the object map, but Coensi is not like all of these hills here are higher than you when you're blissing through. So you kind of have to navigate the river. And so you do 1, 2, 3 wind bombs into Korok Forest?
Yeah. 2 wind bombs. 2 wind bombs in midair, and then the wind bomb that actually gets me in there. I usually also just try to get the super and make it without a midair in Korok Forest. Just a small optimization, but it all worked pretty well in this run.
And all of that, and that's sub 30, right? You finished all of that?
I think if I instantly skipped the cutscene, it would have been either barely sub 30 or barely not sub 30 with 2 reloads at cryo BTB, so it's definitely has potential.
So my route, and I just realized like my route is a little bit not up to date. But basically I did new plat just like Coensi, Old Man's Hut Korok, just like Coensi, and then we get the paraglider. But then I stay on plat for a little bit longer. So like I go into the forest where you usually drop down from Mag BTB, and I get this lift rock, which is under leaves, and that gets me, and I pick up some backup arrows in this camp here. And then you wind bomb north. There's a lift rock here, and then I actually get the ice arrows here in the bog. Because when you're in the bog, your magnesis reaches over to the boulder stump, the boulder that you have to put in the stump.
Okay.
And so that's 5 Koroks on plateau, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with ice arrows. And the reason why I want ice arrows is I found that for the Boko camp, one thing you can do is you freeze all 3 Bokos and then you just push them off the cliff, and that kills them.
Yeah, I like that strat. That's like, not only is it pretty fast, but it also looks really funny.
But you probably have to time it. I forgot that the sledgehammer actually one strikes the blue Bokos, so I lost a lot of time doing stasis wind bombs on this route. So maybe just running and getting the sledgehammer would be better and more consistent. But then my Koroks are diving next to Impa's house. Then I do the shoot the crest lift rock, which we share. I was going to do this one, the lights in the tree, but I forgot and I just wind bombed straight over here. So I backed it up with this magnesis puzzle. There are two shrooms there next to this tree. Lift the rock, shoot the crest, and then I actually do this apple one here in front of Impa's because that gets me 5 more apples. And then wind bomb to this cliff here, and the fence sets up a nice bliss all the way over to Hestu over here by this stable. What is this? This is Woodland Stable. And then it's 1, 2, 3 wind bombs over here, and then 2 more wind bombs to get to Hestu. All right, let me pull back. I'll take the Koroks away because... Yep.
I like how unique the routes are. Like, it's pretty insane how different the routes can be for the same goals by just like what you prefer to do. It's...
Yeah, I think there are going to be a lot of similarities. Like I think the 4 Koroks in Kakariko where you shoot the crest, lift the rock. Those are going to be. I'd imagine those are pretty common since they're so quick and so close to each other. But yeah, you can choose to spend more time on plateau, getting some more Koroks here. Like you found a Korok next to where you picked a stable that had a close Korok. I don't think any of the 2 Koroks that are next to Woodland Stable aren't that fast. One's a diving one and one's a magnesis puzzle.
Yeah, I feel like those could still, or like if I did this run again, I think the part that I would change is also blissing all the way up there, because I don't have to do 2 blisses. I can just do 1 bliss and then 3 wind bombs, which is a lot faster. And I would still get those 2 and take out the downfall on plateau, because that one is just slow and bad. And if I can back it up with one of those easily, I would do that.
All right, so those are our routes, and that's Hestu percent.
Very nice.
So,
GG's to both runners.
thank you.
GG's.
GG's. And I guess if you want to see 2 more runners and their takes on this, then Vlad and Mules coming up at 5:30 Eastern. Interesting to see how they do it.
Vlad said he's got his route ready to go. So
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm interested to see Vlad and Mule's route, because just seeing our 2 routes being so different is really cool to see, but you don't really see a trend because we just do something similar and some things different. But I feel like if we have 4 people, you can actually see people like what the general Koroks are that most people pick up, and not what like one of us 2 prefers.
All right. Thanks everyone
are you going
for
to be
joining
awake for
us.
it?
I don't think so. I think
Probably not.
I'll watch the VOD though.
Alrighty.
All right, Jason. Any coming events you want to plug?
The only other than the event later this evening in a few hours, just a reminder that on the 29th, that's our next scheduled event, we have the Winter 2022 All Shrines Randomizer, and that is being organized by Left Shark Vivo. So join his Discord for more information if you'd like to participate. Coensi, I think you're gonna participate in that. Tao, are you gonna do it?
Probably not. That's a much bigger time commitment than I can make. But I'll pop in and out of the stream, just like last time.
Some people, Vlad is also participating. He did last time. That took the longest. That took someone with 16-ish hours in this most recent one. But we've had in the past where some people participate just basically to MSR, so they'll just do 40 shrines. So if you can't do all 120, doing a randomizer is kind of difficult because you're all over the place. But even if you want to join just for like MSR and do 40 of the shrines and come hang out, that's fine too. So, alrighty, we'll see you all next time. Thank you, Tao, and thank you, Coensi.
Thank you for restreaming.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Thanks, chat. Also good.